Today's episode is brought to you by Coco and Row, a plant-based fruit and veggie wash that makes cleaning produce so much easier. If you're anything like me and your kids go through what feels like literally $3 million worth of berries and apples every single week, this is such a great thing to have in your kitchen. Coco and Row's small batch wash helps remove wax, residue, and dirt that water alone can leave behind. It's made with just a few intentional ingredients, safe for little hands, and one bottle can last around 250 to 500 washes. And the bottle's big, y'all. So whether you're rinsing berries, apples, or leafy greens, Coco and Row helps you feel a little more confident about what you're serving your family. To learn more, follow Coco and Row, COCO and ROWE on Instagram. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Real Lives of Sask Wives. Today I have on my couch a very special guest. Aww. She's my little gym friend, which we'll get into our first impressions of each other. She's a photographer, a very renounced wedding photographer, I would say, in our community. She's a mom to 3. She's a potter, and you have like a really big following for your pottery too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Maybe.
And what else was I going to say? And you're a lover of the outdoors and like all things there. So I would like to welcome Jocelyn to the episode today. Hi, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. It always feels so weird to like talk and say, how's it going? When it's like, we've already done this for 10 minutes. But I guess so let's just get right into, I said we're gym rat girlies together,
yes.
But how we met, first impressions. Do you want to go first, or I want you to go first actually, because I think mine will be like a better grand finale.
Well, I mean, like in your notes, you mentioned that you have a really good one for me, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I just honestly, I don't even really know you. I just know you're Jordhan and Jim from the gym.
Yeah, we're the it couple, man.
You are like you started there.
Yeah.
Am I close?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah. What year did you start there?
Well, honestly, you know when she goes around and asks us,
yeah,
I never know what to say, so I say like 9-ish years we've been doing it.
Okay.
But it was in the old place.
Okay.
So I just don't know. Like my concept of time is a little.
Yeah,
screwed.
I think I'm at 10 years. So yeah, that would be.
Yeah, I was in between kid 2-3, and I remember bringing buckets of kids to the gym. So like that era. So it's been a minute.
Yeah.
And now fully addicted, and couldn't imagine not.
I know. Like, I know. It's the best part of my day, which is like kind of sick in the head. I'm like, I wished I wasn't addicted to something that was so, an hour is a big chunk of time in your day.
It is.
But then 2, something that requires so much physical exertion.
Yes. But it's also like to the benefit of society around
100%.
me that I don't actually go out and murder people because I have let it out at the gym and on the barbell.
Yes. That's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So my version of events. So I like really reflected on when you started. So I was, there for like maybe a year or 2, was like just starting to date Jim when you kind of started.
I do remember the dating scene.
And and everyone was kind of in the talks of like, are they together? Are they not? Yes. But so you had started, I didn't think much of it. I was like, okay, a young mom, look at her bringing her kids, awesome. And then I think we started following each other on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And my one good friend, Maddie, she's also a wedding photographer, but she was like little baby wedding photographer at this point, like just beginning in Saskatoon. And I remember she said to me, oh my God, how do you know Jocelyn from Demo Photo? And I was like, I work out with her. Why? She's like, she's the best wedding photographer in Saskatoon. And I was like, what? Really?
That's so
She's
sweet.
like, yes, she has such a big following, whatever. So then I looked at your Instagram, and like back at this point, like a following on Instagram wasn't really on my radar.
Yeah.
But then I looked at your Instagram and I was like, she's famous. Stop. Like, oh my gosh, like I don't remember how many it was, like thousands or something.
You're funny.
Yes. And so then I got a little weird for a while because I was like, I'm working out with like a Saskatoon celeb.
Stop.
Yes, I got a weird complex about it for a while. And then I was like, she's just a girl with a really successful business. Like, relax, Jordan.
Okay, this is cute.
Yeah. That's why I was like, you're going to love my story. Jocelyn's crying. If you're not watching on YouTube, she's literally crying.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, so that's my version of events.
That is so funny.
Yeah. And now your kids babysit for me. So it's come
yes,
full circle.
Full circle.
Okay. So I want to... Are you done crying yet? No. See, look, now your mood shifted. You're happy. You're giggling.
Thank you for that. I needed that.
You're welcome. Mic closer. There you go. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So talk to me about where, or I guess you grew up rurally.
Yes.
Were you close to Saskatoon? Were you in high school in Saskatoon? Like,
no.
Talk to me, Jocelyn's.
So I'm a farm kid.
Okay.
And so like 20 minutes away from my hometown. And so I was like on the road lots, and I was in all the dance, all the piano, all the things. So our drive back to the farm was kind of like the decompressing of leaving town, whatever. So I rode the school bus. I was like full farm kid. And a lot of like the town kids, they'd have their cute little like Friday night parties where I was like cleaning out a rotten barley bin. Like it was like
right. So parents were like full on like
still
agriculture
are.
or
Yes,
cattle or
agriculture.
Okay. And still are. Wow.
And we rented our pasture to our neighbors. So we had a little bit of dabbling in cows, but like we calved a few with them, but it was not like...
It's like my favorite thing when people have calf farms. I just love cows so much. I love the babies. I'm like, this is the coolest thing in the world because I never got to experience that.
It's definitely a different way of life for sure.
Yeah.
Like it was cool that we got to dabble a little bit in that.
So were you in a small town school as well, like K to 12?
Yeah.
Okay. And so growing up, were you an artsy girl? Were you very sporty?
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, I was like team B for volleyball.
Okay. Yeah, I was like team F, so I understand. I wanted to be, but I wasn't. You know?
No, I was like dancer, big time dancer.
Okay.
Piano, singing, like.
Oh, a singer too.
Well, like that was
wow. I did
small
singing too, actually.
Terrible. I was terrible.
Yeah, I wasn't very good either.
I was definitely more into the piano and dance. I think would be my more full time.
So what were you doing? Were you doing all the dances in the city?
No, in my small town.
Okay.
All the things.
Yeah.
Like all of them.
Like I was trying
every duet,
to
every
reflect.
solo.
Oh, good for you.
Like all the genres. And then I actually ended up teaching in Bigger too. So I taught dance for it was like 4.5, 5 years.
Okay.
Summer it's a bit foggy. While I was in the city, I was driving out to Bigger, and that's when I was a hairstylist. So I transitioned from there, couldn't get me off the farm fast enough. I was like, get me to the city.
Okay.
Now I'm the opposite.
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna
get me the
say
hell out of the city.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's full circle too. Yeah, so I was very artsy. I had pretty creative like relatives and
okay.
Yeah, it was
and
just
how were they creative? Like artistic painting, photography? What was their vibe?
No photographers. I don't know, just like kind of artsy fartsy.
Okay.
In general, like like side hobbies of like creating things. Like a lot of times at Christmas time for a few years, we did like exchanges. So whether I baked goods for or whatever, and then my uncle made me this gorgeous credenza, like stunning.
Do you still have it?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It's
cool.
like it's a feature in the house. So yeah, it's like it was just kind of around me. And then
So what did you want to be when you grew up in high school? What was like the vision?
There wasn't like any particular thing. It was more like I always envisioned myself wearing a blazer and being like a boss babe. Kind like I hate that term. I am so sorry I just said that.
I don't love it either, but I understand the
You know
vision.
what I mean? Like that's what I pictured. And honestly, I would normally be wearing a blazer right now to do this, but I was like, no, we're sitting on our couch.
We're comfy.
We are going
vibes.
flannel.
Good for her
today. I even put a bra on.
Wow,
so you're welcome.
Good for you. I don't even know.
So yeah, it was kind of like around me, and then I wanted to be a stylist. So I immediately went and moved into the city right after high school.
Yeah,
like a month after graduating. Was in here, started school that fall.
What did that look like? Was it 2 years, 1 year? Like
it was 10 months.
Okay.
Yeah, like it was.
Did you have the opportunity in high school to do like cosmetology
they
or anything like that?
They had a little bit of photography in a dark room, and I did dabble a tiny bit, but it kind of got shut down and it wasn't maintained well, and so yeah, it was
not really
petered out. Yeah.
All right.
There was no ceramics or like a lot of the cool programs cities have. Like we didn't.
Yeah, that's kind of the one downfall of the small
It
towns.
is.
You don't get to dabble as much.
Yeah.
But that's okay because I feel like you're on the path anyway. You
I got there
eventually.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go to hair school. Then what?
So hair school and teaching dance was kind of, I did that for 10 years. Yeah.
Did you really?
Like I'm old. Like
no, you're not.
Yeah, I'm old.
No, you're not. My husband's no.
So yeah, I did hair for 10 years, but when we started our family, I was pregnant with our first kiddo. I was put on mat leave kind of early because I wasn't gymming then. So my body was like, screw you. And I was standing behind a chair in one spot. Let me tell you, like,
were you in a salon in Saskatoon
yes,
for those 10 years?
I was in a couple of salons.
Okay.
Some don't exist anymore. And some, it's just kind of.
Did you like it? Did you feel like it was your purpose? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, not maybe necessarily like the doing of the hair.
Yeah.
But like the amount of humans I met and connections I made.
Yeah.
And some of my sweet clients have followed me from there to photography to they buy my
Which
pots.
is so cool.
It's just like, it's amazing. Like they're like family now, you know, like it's just, so I made a lot of amazing connections and met really cool people.
Okay. So you talked about baby and how hairstyling was no bueno anymore for that. Talk to me about where you meet your husband within that like 10 years of your hair journey. Or
well,
where
that was
he?
in high school.
You're kidding. Is he from the same place as you?
No.
Oh, okay.
He was the new kid that rolled into our small town, all dressed in black. And we're like, who is this guy? And I mean, small towns, you don't get new kids, right?
No.
So we just started hanging out. And I mean, everyone's friends, like not just like, you know, like a little cohort. It's like grade 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, you're all buddies. You're all partying all weekend. Like it's just everyone knows everyone. So
is he older than you?
He's 1 year older than me.
All
yeah.
right. Okay.
So he rolled in. I was in grade 10.
Hello, new like fresh meat. Everybody
like
pounces.
Fresh meat.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was. He's gonna kill me for saying that.
Fresh meat, Steve. Slap him on the barbecue.
So we've been together since I was 16. He was 17.
I did not know this. So then he moves to the city with you?
So, he graduated before me. So he moved to the city, lived with a buddy. And then we did like the whole, drive back and forth kind of thing. And then when I moved to the city, I had my own apartment and we just kind of like, we weren't very far from each other. And then our first place actually was not very far from here.
Oh, really?
Again? Oh, yeah. So just over on this side, we rented this like ghetto basement suite was our first place.
It would be the basements around here are ghetto.
Terrible.
So, yeah.
It was supposed to be like a duplex, but this dude, whoever, I don't know who rented it out, but there was 4 families living in it.
Oh.
So it was like, it was weird. It was sketch. It was weird. Anyway, that was our first place.
Okay.
And then we did another basement suite. And then we got married. And
okay. So how old were you when you got married?
24.
Oh, child bride. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know, baby.
He got you before the frontal lobe.
Babies.
That's what I always say about Jim. I started dating when I was like 23. I said, you're lucky you got me before the frontal lobe developed, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then so how long sorry, you said 24? Mm-hmm. How long after that do you have your first baby?
I was 26 when I had Sony.
So 2 years-ish?
Yeah, ish.
Yeah. Okay. And so you went on maternity leave early.
Yeah.
And so then did you go back to hair after
that?
No.
Because I actually had like nerve damage in this finger. It's still sometimes gets tingly.
So do you have like carpal tunnel weird stuff when you're pregnant or what?
Oh, I had lots of things.
Oh, I'm sure you did, I guess. Like
pregnant. I mean, everybody did. But
yeah.
I had really bad sciatic when I was pregnant with all 3 kids. Like it was terrible. Like the entire time. Yeah, it was brutal. So that's kind of why I went off early with her was because and then just being like this all the time because I'm not, sorry, Mike, I'm not very tall, right? So the chair could only go so many directions. And then it was just kind of a hot mess.
You gotta have strong arms when you're a hairdresser. Because your arms are like
I really
this
wish
all the
I would have
time.
found the gym prior to that.
Yeah.
Right? Like fitness dabbled in a good time. Anytime's a good time, but like I wish I would have found it a lot sooner.
Yes. Okay.
That would have helped me.
What do we do when so did you take a full year with Sloan?
Yes, I did. When I went off early, I was bored out of my tree. And this is pre-Instagram, YouTube days. So I had to upgrade my vehicle. So I sold my cute little sports ride and got like a mom car. And the guy paid me in cash. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to go buy some camera gear and dabble there.
So just random on a whim, you're
random,
like going to try?
Pulled some of the cash, went and bought some camera gear. And then I was really pregnant draw sitting in the corner of McNally Robinson reading book after book after book.
Wow. Good for you.
That's kind of, and then I was, had Babe. And then I had a full year of just like playing around with my camera. And then people were like, oh, you're good. Like, can you do my photos? And I was like, nope. And so I kind of made myself take like 150,000 photos and like all the shoots and dabble and play and until I felt okay about like, yes, you can hire me. And I did my first wedding and I was terrified.
Yeah.
I was throwing up.
Yeah.
It was not okay.
I would crap my pants, if I had to shoot a wedding.
It was like really
like a
scary.
family session feels okay to me in
you
my
can't
brain.
redo a wedding.
Right.
So
that's my whole
was,
thing.
It was the pressure. It was a lot to take in. I did it, obviously, and it was great, and we had a good time, and it's got me to here. I just celebrated my 16th year of being a photographer. So, yeah, it's cool. It's just like everyone has that journey.
So how long between when you picked up that camera at the store with your money and your first wedding, how long would you say that time was?
Like a year and a half, I'd say. I think it was like the following summer I did her wedding.
Okay. And so were you doing like family business?
Yeah, I did some family stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, obviously, like I had shoots before I took on a
Yeah,
wedding.
of course.
Because I would never do that to someone. Be like, hey, green card. Do you want me to just do this for you?
Right.
No. Yeah, I was doing like families and like a lot of things before. And then, yeah, it just kind of escalated from there.
And so you decided, because your kids are like pretty close in age, right? Like your two oldest are what, 18?
They're 19 months apart.
Yeah.
By choice. Probably wouldn't do that again. That was double diaper duty.
My sister shouldn't be listening to this. She's due with her second and they're 18 months apart.
You'll be okay, I promise.
You'll survive. It gets better. They always say that, you know?
And then honestly, I would have done the third one right after too, but I had to book it around weddings because I was already booked. So I couldn't,
So what does that look like, managing your schedule of sessions and weddings, having the kids, and then also having a husband that works? How do we figure out that schedule?
Insanity.
Yeah. Because was he working in the city at the time when your kids were really little, or was he?
No, he was doing night shift in North Battleford.
Oh. So how do you manage that? Do you lean on family a lot, or
we don't really have family here.
Yeah. Okay.
Like my parents are an hour and a half away. And, no, we just kind of. Josh probably should have been medicated in the first few months after having a child.
Yeah. Well, I think we all see that now. Like, I think every single person looks back and they're like,
like if I could say anything, you know, the
aid.
pamphlets you get when you leave the hospital, there should be like red alerts, postpartum depression and pelvic floor therapy. Like, why are those not discussed?
100% though.
Like, it actually makes me angry that they're not at the forefront of you leaving that hospital with a brand new human. Oh, big time.
I just wished a lot of the things, and I'm sure you feel the same way, in our world worked together. I wish Western and holistic and physio and chiro, and I wish they all just enjoyed each other.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of them are just too proud to say, like, you know what, this actually isn't my realm.
Yeah.
You need to go and try this.
Totally.
But I think that takes a lot of,
like I didn't even know pelvic therapy or floor was even a thing until my third child.
Yeah. And my pelvic floor after my second was a mess. So I couldn't imagine like having another one and still not having the
let's just hope double unders are not in the Friday workout. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. How the heck did we even get? Oh yeah, because you were like, how did we get to peeing our pants when we're talking about photography? Okay, so so you said you needed to likely probably be medicated after baby one, just because it was like a slap to the face.
Well,
or
I
what?
had full blown postpartum depression, like full on. And so my husband was working nights, and I actually called him at 4 a.m. one night, and I said, "You need to quit your job and come home to your girls."
Literally though, I could not imagine.
He walked
doing
off
that.
site. He came home. He rolled in the door. He's like, "Okay, go to sleep," and he took over.
Well, and the nights are the hardest part when you start.
Big
so
time.
to have to do them by yourself every single night.
Yeah, it was next level.
Yeah,
Don't recommend.
Yeah, well, and you just don't know until you know, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hindsight's always 20/20.
And then of course me, like, let's start a business and have a baby all at the same time. Also, don't recommend that.
Yeah,
but it worked. But
so
it's not easy.
You did your first wedding. When did it flow into? Would you say you're a wedding photographer? Like, you obviously do it all, but would you say like that's kind of your niche?
Like
that's
wedding and lifestyle. Like I love. Okay, when people are like, "What's your favorite thing to shoot?" I don't have a favorite thing. It's the what. Like, I love shooting connection, love, like community, all of that, and that falls under weddings, families.
Yes,
you know, like. I've done birth photography. Have you? I've actually photographed a funeral too. Like, it was more like of a celebration of life, but it was beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Like, it was just really special. And I mean, I'm a fly on the wall for the most part when
Yeah.
I'm doing, especially at something like that.
Yeah.
I don't like to be intrusive. I have certain gears targeted for being kind of set back
Yeah.
but yeah, they had to announce that I was there because it was like that's weird.
Yeah.
That's a bit weird. But it was
Maybe a little.
it was really no, it was just like really cool. It was just
Well,
really
you would have
suited.
a really cool way to spin
It
it
was
and
beautiful.
show the beautiful moments instead of
yeah.
like the big sad stuff.
Totally. It was
So at what
gorgeous.
point did you have to take a step back? Because I would say now, like I'm sure you're booked and busy, but
Yeah.
so you're growing a portfolio for a few years. At what point are you like, okay, you know what? I got to just commit to only taking X amount of weddings, X amount of like, where did that shift happen?
Like year 4 or 5, you know, like when you start a business, you need that 4 or 5 years till you're really kind of established.
Yeah.
And like I did an ad on Broadway, like with my giant face on,
Cool.
like, you know, because this is like a long time ago.
Yeah.
When like Instagram's just been such a helpful tool in that regard for like
Yes.
people starting out nowadays. But yeah, it was. I got established in that year 4 or 5-ish, I'd say.
Okay. And what would you say, like on average, how many weddings are you shooting now? Do you have like a hard?
I cap at 15 a year.
Okay.
Because I am like, I don't double dip, like, or I try not to. I've had
What do you
two in
mean
the
by
past.
double dip?
Like 2 weddings in a weekend.
That's a lot.
Too much on me.
Long day.
B, it's not fair to the couple or
Yeah.
either couple for me to like be that, not worn out, but like,
No,
it's a lot.
Yeah.
so, and I just like to be full on for that one couple for that whole weekend. Like
Yeah.
I pull their file. I don't book photo shoots like the night before or the day after. I pull their file. I immerse myself in their story, their vision, and I'm full in. I'm all in.
Okay, and so when they come to you, do you have like a certain like you give them a form and they fill it in so that you have a vibe, or do you meet with them, or like what does it look like to prep?
So on my contact form on my website, when you're like, hey, I want to book with you,
Yeah.
you fill out that whole form. It's pretty specific on the questions I've asked.
Yeah.
So that like by the time you've landed in my inbox, you're committed. You're like, I want you. Let's just
Gotcha.
talk about the details.
Gotcha.
And then I always meet with my couples in person.
Yes.
So we'll go for a coffee or we'll go for a drink and just kind of shoot the shit, really. Because
Yeah.
I want to get to know them as much as they want to know me. And we
Yeah.
are spending a lot of time together.
Yeah.
So it's really important that we jive and connect.
Yes.
And I'm not for everyone, and that is totally okay. But I want them to know, because it is an investment for them.
Yeah.
And I want them to be very certain that I'm their person.
that gives me so much anxiety to think I'd have to go and meet just random people.
Oh,
and
I
be
love
like,
it. It's so
yeah, well, you're
fun.
so very much that type of person though. Like you're very bubbly and extroverted. Like I guess I am a bit, but not in the way like that just feels scary to me.
Really?
Yes. Yes. As I'm sitting here like recording a podcast. I don't know.
Right?
Just feels different. But good for you for doing that.
Well, I just find it's important to like have that connection before you're like signing the dotted line. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah, well, when I got married, I think about my wedding photographer. She did my engagement,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the first time we met. And then she came and did my wedding, and that was it. And I don't, honestly, I'm sorry if you're listening to this, my wedding photographer, but if I don't know that I'd be able to say hi if I saw her.
Oh, really?
Like I don't even, we didn't have a relationship, right? It was
Aw.
like she shot the pictures, which is fine.
totally.
That's
And
maybe her thing.
everyone does
Yeah.
things differently.
But just different.
But I mean, I guess for me too, because I do shoot families as well.
Yeah.
A lot of my clients, like they're like, Auntie Joss, you know, like, because
Cute.
I have done
you
their
watch them
engagement,
grow.
their wedding. I've watched them, their babies, their maternity, like, and year after year after year. And I'm so grateful for those humans.
Yeah.
And it's such a beautiful connection that we have. Like, it's very special.
Are you noticing a shift in when the weddings are happening in the year?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When is your,
I'm
would you say
noticing
you're
a
busy?
shift in the weddings even happening at all.
What do you mean by that?
This year, and this is kind of like for everyone, like this is the year of in the COVID stuff where no one could meet and fall in love. So there's a dip. There's a dip when people couldn't be.
Yeah.
And so this is when they would be getting married, so to speak. And it's a slower year, which whatever, they happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's the shift, and it's not necessarily the time of year, and that changes every year all the time. So sometimes
Okay.
like June, July are heavier,
Yeah.
and then it tapers off for fall, and sometimes it's fall are usually like very popular. Like
Okay.
it's
Because I always thought summer was the popular time to get married.
Well, depends on your lifestyle. If
Yeah.
you've got a farming family, that's why we got married at the end of July, after seeding, before harvest.
Yes.
There was
Yeah,
no way
you're
in
right.
hell we
You're
were having
right.
a wedding in September.
That is a very
no one would have
Saskatchewan
been
thing,
there.
July, because
We probably would have saved costs on food, to be honest.
you know, you would have saved a lot of costs, but then you would have had all these people ripped off that they couldn't come to your wedding because it's harvest or whatever.
Honestly, it just kind of depends on like your family dynamics and like what
Yeah.
everybody's doing.
Yeah, so
But
interesting.
I do find a lot of people are just, they're doing it a lot smaller.
Yeah.
Backyard weddings, you know, tricking off to whatever coast to just do their own thing. And
Are you getting many of those?
a couple?
Yeah.
But it's hard because when I've got kids, like it's getting easier to leave them now.
Yeah.
But my husband works a lot too, so it's kind of got to jive the schedules. For me to just take off for a week, it's like no bueno.
As much as nice as that would be,
Yeah.
a little holiday, but
Well, holiday, yes, but there's so much more to destination weddings, like that people don't know about.
yeah.
Traveling with gear is sketchy.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got like visas for certain places, extra costs, insurance.
Do you really?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel
So
like a
it's
lot of
not
people
really
are not
holiday-y.
doing that.
Yeah. And then you've got to like manage your entire home life before you leave, right?
Yeah, you got
And
to
make
prep the
arrangements
food
and all the things.
Everyone
and-
has rides.
Yeah,
And yeah. It's like being a
a lot.
teacher. If you're gone for a day, you have to do so much prep
Exactly.
work. I always compare being a mom to being a teacher because you have to make sure the house is running before you leave.
Right.
So let's go backwards to kids. Now, I wrote this down because from an outsider's perspective on social media, you and your family really value the outdoors.
Yes, we
and
do.
being outside. And so I want to know, was that like a conversation that you and Steve had at one point that you were like, look, these kids, like, no, not a lot of screens, lots of outdoors, or where did that kind of...
Oh, we've always just kind of been like that.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of how I was raised too. I was just like outside.
But sorry, was
all
he
the
on a
time.
farm too, or he was in
Well,
town?
his grandparents were. So
Okay.
he did spend a lot of time at the farm, and they had cattle too. So he kind of lived a little bit of the same. But his parents split up a long, long time ago. So that's kind of why he moved to my town, was to live with
Gotcha.
his dad. Well, his mom was in the city. So he did a little bit of North End Elementary, and then he came out to my hometown.
Okay.
So he kind of did a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Outdoors, city.
Squirrel.
Well, because I said, yeah, no, literally. Because you guys are so, I would say your kids are so about being outdoors. And so I wondered if that was like a cognizant parenting choice.
Yes.
Yeah. And did you have a
Definitely.
conversation when they were young or?
No, there's no really conversation. It's just
Yeah.
like him and I just understood on a level like this is what
This
we do.
is what it is.
Yeah.
And so they've always been like, every time you post something, I'm like, oh, wow, kids are outside again.
Well, and honestly, I don't post much of them anymore.
No, you don't.
I just, sorry if that's
No,
why
it's
you're
okay.
there, but
Yes, sorry. Unfollow me
I've
because
just
it's
kind
not
of
happening.
like pulled back a little bit
Yeah.
on that just with the way of the world.
Yes. I talked about that
creepy.
in another episode with another girl, and she said she just had to take a step back because it was just getting a little bit too much.
But also it's up to them too. And
Right.
my third kid does not like his picture taken.
okay, that
He-
makes sense about
and-
the
and
birthday
he-
post you made of
yes,
just like
he
a
just-
zoomed in cake picture.
Just doesn't, it's like not his thing. And
Yeah.
I don't know if it's maybe because I do it all the time and he's annoyed with it, or if it's just the type of child he is, but I respect it. And I'm like, hey, I won't post this. It's fine.
So did you have parameters, or even now with your kids, about like you need to spend X amount of time outside before, like, did they get to watch TV much?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like we watch movies and stuff.
I know, but I feel like it's, Jocelyn, the norm is like kids have iPads. Kids are on like watching
Yeah.
TV multiple hours a day.
Don't buy them one and then they're not on it.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you force them to go outside, or are they doing that on their own?
Well, no, majority, like now they just do it on their own.
Yeah. Because they're how old now? We've got like high school.
We have an almost
Oh
16-year-old.
my gosh, driving.
What?
Crazy.
And my middle just turned 14
Yeah.
and my little is 11.
Okay.
So like we're there.
What about,
it's-
here's a question. Cell
Eey.
phones. What are we doing? Are you,
Well, 2 out of the 3 don't have it. Well, no, I should say, okay, Harlow
Okay.
has one,
Yeah.
but it's for taking photos.
okay, well.
Because like I wasn't just gonna give him my like,
yeah.
here, have a really expensive camera.
Yeah.
So there's no SIM cards, like, but he has a Snapchat because the issue is because parenting on the other side of this has been really tricky. Because they're missing out on things. They're missing out on conversations.
Yes.
They're missing out on plans. And I'm like, why can't kids just like hop on their bike and you just go and you find the other pile of bikes And that's
No,
what
I
we're
know.
playing.
The world has changed, and it's like,
And I don't like it.
I know. That's exactly my thoughts. Is I'm like, I can say it now, but
Hard
like
pass. Like if we could all just
changes.
group together and just scrap all this crap and just go back to 1990, I would really appreciate.
Literally.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. You can make that decision for your kids, but then what are the consequences with their peers of not having it?
Yeah. Some bullying and some weirdness, and it's not cool. But
yeah.
Our daughter does have a cell number now,
Okay.
just with babysitting and stuff.
Yep.
And then sometimes she's walking home and I'm like, hey, there's way too many creeps out here. Like, we just need to have a little bit of that.
Yeah.
But it's monitored. And honestly, when they come home, they're not really on it.
Okay.
So
does she have all the access to like the apps and stuff, or are you still, you're still very much. Good for you.
There's too much shiz out there.
Well, our
kids don't need to be seeing that.
There's like a book called The Anxious Generation, and it talks about how because our kids are being shown these things way too early, that it's affecting their mental health. So, well, obviously, like we have a mental health crisis.
Big time.
But so they talk about how they should be allowed to have a flip phone. And then a smartphone is only until I think like 18.
Go back to like the Nokias.
Like texting, and that's all you need, like a little T9 action.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, that's what that book, I should read it. But yeah, I've heard really good things about it. But good for you for.
It's been really hard. It has not been easy.
I don't doubt it.
But we're trying.
Yeah. Okay. So
I just also understand my kids' personalities, and like our third, he's got, I wouldn't say an addictive personality, but like it would not be good for him.
Yeah.
And even our middle, like it wouldn't be good for him either.
So how do you navigate that as a parent with a smartphone? How are you, I guess, modeling?
Well, that's the issue. Is I freaking run 2 businesses off the damn thing.
Right.
Which I hate.
Yes.
It works. It's a wonderful tool for work.
But it's right there all the time.
But it's there. So it's like I'm being a hypocrite, being like, no, you don't get one. I'm like, what? So it has not been an easy task.
So do you have any like parameters that you set for yourself? Do you have like your notifications off or anything like that? Or do you feel like
I
you
need
can't
to
even
be
step
better
back?
at it?
Yeah.
Big time. I'm trying to just like not put it away or just leave it in the studio and then come in. I have been trying to do that more, like especially at supper time or after school, is just like not really have it around. So I'm giving that full attention.
Yeah.
To all 3. Like, how was your day? What do we got going on for tests? Who's got homework? Let's, that kind of stuff. So, and then half the time it's because I've forgotten. It's like,
that's good though.
I have a million tasks going on in my brain to be doing all the times. And then I'm like, oh, right. I was in the middle of an email.
My parents actually had a rule growing up that all cell phones had to be placed on the island before supper. And so everyone came to the table screen free.
Oh, that's cool.
And even now when I'm at their house, I just, without even thinking about it, put my phone in that spot and go to the table. And I feel weird if I have my phone in my pocket, actually. And my mom was saying that was kind of the only time she felt she could really connect with us because we were so immersed in our screens. As soon as supper was over, it was like, okay, the zombies are back.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, just don't buy them for your kid.
Right. No, literally. If they don't have access.
The little itty bitties, that breaks my heart when I see like an 18-month-old staring at an iPad.
I know.
It like crushes me.
I know. It's like they just want to play. That's all they.
Yeah. Go eat some dirt.
Literally.
Yeah.
So did you spend lots of time out at your families when your kids were little? Like, because I mean, the city life, you can be outside.
Yes. Yeah. We were at the farm lots.
Yeah.
And if we weren't at the farm, we were camping. Like camping's been a huge thing in our life, especially when kid 3 rolled in. I mean, who can afford to go on a Mexican holiday?
I wish.
So to me and my husband, we kind of like laid it out. We're like, okay, we can spend this on 1 week in Mexico. Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. We have done that. Or we could spend 6 weeks in the camper.
Yeah.
And they are shoved in the bush. There's no Wi-Fi, no nothing. I have to say though, this past year we did get Starlink.
I was going to ask you just for work stuff, right? Yeah.
And then I'd shut her down.
Yeah.
Just because the cell bills with sending galleries was getting a little out of hand.
I'm sure.
So yeah, we camp a lot. It's a choice that we've made.
Yeah.
It's not a cheap adventure, but like no. I find it's just so important for our family. And I don't want to say we're nearing the end, but things have shifted now that we've got like teenagers.
I was going to ask about
and the
that.
amount of time they're wanting to be there. As soon as we get them there, they're like, yeah, we're good.
Right.
But like there's been some summers where they've only been in the city for like 2 nights and they're just at the lake all the time. And it's something my husband and I priority. Like and we're on the highway majority of the time, but the kids are there. So whether we're switching out schedules or whatever, and I'm able to move a lot of my work up there, which is really nice too. So it kind of
And so you're
helps.
camping kind of here, there, and everywhere from what I've watched on your social media. Like you guys kind of lake hop throughout
Yeah.
Do you have like other families that you coordinate with? Or
Well, okay, so the summer of COVID was like our best camping because we couldn't do anything else.
Yeah.
So we went everywhere. I mean, it was a ghost town. Like, I'll never forget, Duck Mountain Provincial Park was our first place we went to because we had never been. So we're like, oh, could you have... Everything was like police taped off, and our kids were so confused. Why is there police tape going down the beach? And I'm like, I don't know.
I can't answer that, actually.
And we were like probably one of like 7 other campers in the entire camper. And this thing's huge. There was no one. We actually saw a wolf trot by. We're like,
Stop.
yeah, it was wild.
So you're really
so like there was
living in
no
the-
one there anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we did a lot of camping that year. It was wonderful. And then the year after that as well. And then we started to kind of like plant some roots at either Emma or Candle. And like we have lake family now.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
at both places.
Because I was going to say, how do you convince those teenagers to get out there unless
Well,
they've got
all
some
their
connections?
friends, right? Like we have literal lake family we spend hours and hours and hours and hours with all summer long, and then we just kind of go the whole whoop through winter, and like countdown is on, and then like every waking hour, like they come back when they're hungry.
So good.
Like
I
I
can't wait for
barely
that.
see my children when we're at the lake. They are just like
Yeah.
out and about.
Well, and that's my mom. So we had a cabin growing up. I still do, out at Fishing Lake. Oh, I'm like, what's going on? Our light's flickering. It's probably dying. And I always loved going out there because I made a group of friends out there. So you have your city friends and then you have your lake friends.
Yes.
And so then my brother and sister didn't love going out there as much though, because they never got immersed into like the friendship of it. Cause it's pretty isolating. And as a teenager, I don't want to hang out with my mom and dad for a week. Right.
No.
So that's good that you have that and you'll be able to keep them going.
But the second like any of the friends leave to go back to the city or whatever, like sports or something,
Yeah.
they are like, now what?
Well, and then you're going to have that whole dynamic of everybody has jobs.
Well, we're
So what are you going to do with
hoping
that?
to get her a job up there.
Oh, where could she work up there?
Oh, ice cream shop or something.
Okay, I don't go out there. We're
Yeah.
out by Yorkton, our lake. So I've very
Yeah.
rarely been out that way. You know, you
Yeah.
kind of have your lake and you like stick to it. I'm like, nowhere is as good as my cabin.
Totally.
Lakefront cabin, you can't go
Oh,
wrong.
no,
Why would I
no.
go anywhere else?
Never. No, you got it good.
Yeah. Okay. So are you doing 6 weeks this summer too?
Well,
or
I
what
don't
do you-
know. Like
Okay.
we're,
When does camping open? Isn't it soon?
yeah, first week April is
Okay,
booking.
so it's coming.
It's the most stressful day of my life.
Yeah, I remember you
Every
posting
year,
about
it's
that,
just-
and
I hate
but
it.
so you'll do your best
But
to
I
get
just
as much as you can.
Hope I got the horseshoe up my arse and yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what this summer looks like. It's kind of and I book life around that too,
Mm-hmm.
and work, and I mean I have lots of stuff booked already for the summer, so I'll be on the highway a lot if we do go.
Yeah.
Or we might do a little, we might do a lot. I'm not sure.
So do you do strategic? You'll get your obviously spots where you get your spots because
Well,
it's
we
so
try.
stressful. And then do you kind of send out the bat signal and say, "Hey, everybody! Like I'm going to be at this lake these times."
Yeah, for bookings, yes,
Yeah.
that's kind of I usually try to wait to launch lake sessions. I have
Yeah.
a couple booked already, but
That's such a good idea, Jocelyn. I
well,
like good for you.
it's also a beautiful thing though because people are in their happy place.
Well, yeah.
So like the level of energy I get when I go into that photo shoot, it's amazing.
People are happy
And
when
I'm
they're at the
happy.
lake.
I get to shoot barefoot. Like it's just like,
Yeah,
hello.
and you're on the beach.
I
and-
love it
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah, I'm a little bit jealous of that part. That's
yeah, like it's pretty great.
and I mean, it's like, how long would you say is a lifestyle session? Like an hour?
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
I don't like to cap it, and I let my kids, like all the kids, like run the session, so to speak.
Cute.
Yeah, like because you can't make little kids just sit and like no.
No, you cannot.
So let's go play, right? Like let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go hunt for ladybugs. Let's go make a fort,
Yes.
whatever. And that's kind of part of the photo shoot.
Cool.
Obviously, we get mom's Christmas card and
Yeah,
the formally stuff in between.
of course.
Pretty strategic with that, but
Yeah,
it's
fun.
pretty fun. I love it.
I love that for you. A little bit of
Thank you.
summer
It's
holiday.
it's a pinch me moment like every year.
Yeah.
I get to do this.
And I
It's
can't
cool.
believe your kids just ditch you all day.
Well, most.
What do you do all day? Do you hang out with your friends?
Well, yeah.
Wow.
Well, actually, I do a workout.
I can't even
and then I'll,
fathom
like,
this
make
life.
dinner.
Right
And then I'll plan
they
supper.
leave you alone?
Well,
Like,
and then I'm
what?
doing work. Like, while they're out and about, I'm like editing photo
Yeah.
shoots and like doing emails and stuff.
Yeah.
So like I'm there. It's just like we're just relocating. We're still doing the same
Yeah.
stuff, but
So cool.
I wish I had laundry there. That would be great. That would be
Yeah. What do
icing
you
on the
do?
cake.
Do you guys just rip back to the city, or is there a laundromat?
It's back and forth with mostly my husband when he comes for work.
Yeah.
He runs the laundry, grabs some groceries.
Is
comes
he
back.
working away again, or is he?
He works in Lanigan.
Okay. So does
So
he get to come home every night, or
He
is that?
does, but he's driving 2 hours every day just to
Yeah.
go to work.
Yeah. So that's a long day.
It's a long day.
And so here's a question, because my one girlfriend, you know her, I'll tell you who it is after. She was saying she's in the phase of, like, she's preteen, teenage kids right now.
Yeah.
She said it's the most exhausted she's ever been throughout all years of parenting. Would you agree or disagree? She said just like she's out till like 10:30 some nights doing sports.
It's
like
like
she's not going to bed early. She said ever.
It's a different kind of exhausting.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know about you, but that whole newborn stage, like that was, it's honestly my favorite. Like if I could go back to like little babies, like I would. Like
Okay.
And thanks to Facebook and like pulling at the heartstrings, you know how they like post the memories.
Like, they
One
kill
came
me.
up yesterday, and they're just like these sweet little beans, and they're
chubby and
oh my God.
happy and drooly, and
just
yeah.
and they loved hanging out with me. Like it was-
Yeah.
Anyway, they still do love it, but it's
different.
It's different. So yeah, yes, she is exhausted because it actually gets busier. Like I had older friends tell me that when they were like 753 whatever, and I was like, how on earth could it get more busy than this? Like this is.
And it does.
It does.
Oh God.
Sorry, you're in that phase. Sorry.
No, I'm in like toddler phase, and I'm like, one activity a week. That's all you get. And it's not on the weekend.
It's just like you turn into an Uber driver.
Yeah.
And it's navigating big feelings, not so little feelings anymore. And like they're turning into their own humans. So you have to kind of like facilitate. Okay. And they're all different from one another.
Of course.
So there's only one mom to go around to all three of these different humans that I've created.
Yeah.
We've created. And it's like, yeah, it's different, and it is tiring, but it's a different kind of tired.
Yeah. What would you say is like something you never thought you'd have to navigate as like a teen parent, or like something that's been, oh wow, didn't expect that? Being an Uber driver, probably.
Yeah, mostly. It's just the amount of driving around I do. I spend a lot of time in my car.
Yeah. What are you doing in there? Do you edit when you're in there?
I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
At least you can do it on the go.
Yep.
Can't shoot a session in your car though.
Well, no.
Lord.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
a lot.
gearing up. I know everybody says they're like, just wait. I'm like, I know. I appreciate that we are home and in bed at 7:00, and I just sit there and I watch TV and I think about all my teen mom parents that are like in it, and I'm like, that sucks, and I know it's coming, but
also like, don't just wait. Just like be.
yeah,
Like if I could give any advice to like my people that are with the littles, is like don't wish for the next step.
Yeah.
Like I cannot believe I'm a mom of teenagers. Like
I
I
can't
like how
either.
did I get here already? Like it's just I blinked and like, oh my God, my daughter's gonna start driving a car.
yeah.
And
Honey,
and then boys are gonna start
Like
showing up at the house.
you're too young to have a daughter that can drive. You know, like
No, I'm not. I'm actually
But
old.
do you still look for like older people to answer questions for you, or you're like, no, that's me now? You know how I'm like, oh. Let's ask an adult, because I'm definitely not qualified to answer that.
That is me now.
Yeah, like that's so wild.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Driving.
I
Oy.
know. Well, I mean, the
Did she
thing
ever
is-
learn hers then?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I mean, our kids have kind of been driving at the farm
Well, yeah.
all the time for quite some time, but it's like the whole being out on the road with other drivers that kind of worries me. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's my job, is to worry, so it'll be fine.
Okay, now here's a question. Did Steve move from a big, sorry, I'm like asking so many questions about his
It's
past,
okay.
but it makes sense. Did he move from like a bigger center?
He
to
moved from Saskatoon to
back out to,
yeah.
okay, so he was here for a lot of his life. How do you feel about raising and navigating teenagers in a big city? Does that freak you out?
It's weird. It's different. 'Cause
Yeah.
even just selecting a high school, like we had one school you went to.
Right, mine was the same way. You're going to the
So, like,
public, this is the one you're going
What
to.
do you mean? You get to pick one? Like it's strange.
Yeah. Is it still an applying thing for them? Do they have to apply? It used to be you applied and you had to get like accepted to high school. No. Okay.
No.
You just say, I'm going to this
I
one.
think they're all busting at the seams. Like they're all so full. There's so many kids around, which is great.
And one thing I thought was crazy too, I didn't realize this, that they don't have any school buses for the high schools. Like you take a city bus or you get dropped off. I'm like, well, no wonder the traffic is so nutty at high schools.
Yeah, because there's every single parent's dropping their child off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
Sometimes drop off takes me an hour. Like to go and come back. It's insane.
I purposely avoid certain areas because I know high school is starting.
Yeah.
But and then I guess there's this problem with the city buses that they're so packed with high school kids that lots of kids get left.
Yep.
Like they just drive on past
and then they end up having to walk there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stupid.
It is stupid.
Okay, so sorry, back to navigating. Are you worried about like the navigating of a city with you're feeling okay?
You just all you can do is educate your kids.
Yeah.
It's just like and be real with them.
Yeah.
And so they know and they can make the choice and you just hope to God damn they make the good choice.
I know. I just think about like I grew up in Lloyd, so still a city, but very small in comparison to Saskatoon. And like I was sneaking out of my bedroom window at 14. I was walking the streets. Like that type of behavior, I think I'm very fortunate that nothing bad happened to me, but I just don't see that going well anywhere in Saskatoon at any time as a 14-year-old. You know what I mean? So that's what scares me is having a kid that's like me, but being in a way bigger city
just
to do
street
it.
smarts, right?
Yeah.
Don't get into the van with the guy with the puppies.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you got to teach that young.
As cute as they are, don't go in there.
No, don't talk to strangers. I'm glad my kids have stranger danger still. Hopefully that stays that way, but
well, yeah, I mean that's all we can do, right?
Yeah. The anxiety of being a parent is just like
next
level. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just hoping they make the right choice.
Yeah.
It's just what the world is now, but
it's
whatever.
Scary. Yeah.
Yeah, so talk to me about pottery.
Oh, well that's just
when did that come into the picture? When did you decide I need another avenue to explore? I'm not busy
with
enough
all my
yet.
free time.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that was kind of just like a thing I've always wanted to try because it's neat and artistic and I like those things. And it was in the dead of winter of January 2019 actually.
Okay.
And I just kind of like signed up for a class and rolled into it.
Did you do it by yourself?
Well, I took the class from like cute little
but you
Judy.
didn't sign up with a friend or anything? You're like, we should try pottery together.
Just myself.
Okay.
Yeah. And I met some cool people there and then you'd visit every week and, chat little things. So those were 8-week classes. I'm just trying to remember back to how it was. Yeah, they were like 8 or 10-week classes. I took one of those and then I took another one and this was at the Saskatoon Potters Guild. Super great place to go. And then COVID happened. And then I was like, oh my God, I miss it so much. I want to do that. And then I was able to find just like a random like open space where it's like there's no teacher, but just like you book your time slot at a different place. And so I would just go and kind of piss around on the wheel. And then I did that for a little bit and then ended up buying my own wheel and turned my studio over from what it was to what it is now. And things have escalated out of control and I have pottery everywhere. My husband constantly reminds me. So it was like November, December, and I was trying to find like a name. And so we were just like sitting on the couch, had a bottle of wine. It was about midnight and everything's taken. So
of course
I just was like, okay, clay in different languages. And this came up and it just kind of stuck.
It's cool.
Oh, it's just easy, right? I'm a less is more kind of person.
Yeah.
And I said to him, I was like, well, it's not like I'm going to sell it or like do markets or anything.
Oh,
and every single time we are, and by we, I mean, he's setting up my desk and setting up my shelving and stuff at every market. He's like, yeah, so about that, never going to do this, hey? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, here we are.
So I'll take you out for dinner later.
Thanks for your help. Okay, studio. I forgot to ask about this. When did you decide to put a studio in your backyard?
When Enver was about 6.5 months old and he was crawling on the floor and came up to my desk and pulled my laptop off the desk and it smashed on the floor. And I looked at Steve and I said, it's time to build that thing we were talking about. So we did.
And so how big, like how many square feet is that thing?
It's just a cute little...
Okay, like I see pictures and
It's
know
more
I know your backyard neighbors, so I've seen it in the flash.
Yeah.
But like it seems bigger than what it is.
It's not.
Okay. Like
It's 12 by 16
okay.
exterior dimensions.
But it's heated.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Is it connected right to your house or is it like a total separate?
It's all separate.
That's pretty cool.
It's my favorite little
So
thing.
do you have a little separate entrance to it if people come to your studio to meet and everything?
Like
cool.
a little hello sign and yeah, for
That's
pickups
so
and
neat.
stuff.
And so it's kind of turned into a pottery studio
A little
as well.
bit. Yeah.
And you got room for all that in there? Like
No, not really. I'm busting at the seams.
Yeah. Lord. It's such a nice thing though to like actually walk out of your house. I'm working in this space, come back in, right? Just to have a separate.
Yeah. It's really good for I can sit and edit, but the way we positioned it, I can still kind of see into my house and I can see what's going on. And I put it on that side of the yard for a reason. For when the kids were little, they could still be outside playing on the swing set and stuff, and I could still get some work done. So it's been really, really good for me. I just love that space so much.
Separate space for you.
Yeah, there's been a lot of wonderful memories shared in there.
Yeah.
Tears cried, laughs had.
Yeah.
It's been kind of the all space. I love it.
And so back to pottery a little. What's your fave thing to make? What are you like into right now?
Oh gosh.
You're good at mugs. You make a
Thank
lot
you.
of them.
I do. The thing with pottery is it's kind of an endless, there's so many things you can do.
Yeah.
Like not only like creating the form on like the shape you want it to look like, but then like the surface design or the colors you glaze or the, like it is literally endless.
Yeah.
So it's kind of neat that way that you can just kind of dabble and try and then you kind of sort of find a niche, I guess. I'm like, again, less is more. I like really earthy tones and that kind of thing. So I've actually had the comment now that I've been doing it a few years. They're like, oh, I can tell your stuff. Like if it's just sitting out, like I know it's yours. And I'm like, oh, really? Like, oh, well, that's neat.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good sign.
So that's kind of cool to hear that. I don't know. I like making kind of all of it, but
the smudge. What do you call those things?
Smudge huts.
The smudge huts are cute.
Oh, they're my favorites.
They're so cool.
I have one in the studio, obviously. I have one on our mantle and I have one in our bedroom, and I use them all the time.
They're so cute. Such a good idea.
It's just really, well, I mean, life makes me smudge, right? Like it's kind of a practice that I've just developed myself, and then I just needed a better home for it. So I just kind of made one for myself.
I didn't even know what it was until I started teaching, because I was at a school on the west side and they did a smudging every day.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I actually feel like so calm and connected after that. Like they might be onto something here.
They are totally onto something.
Yeah.
Yeah. After every wedding I shoot, I smudge too. Just, I mean, I often think I have like a sign on my forehead that's like, tell me everything. Which is lovely, because I love that people can confide in me and they feel comfortable doing that. But when at a wedding, I have like 55 new best friends, and so I'm getting all of the.
It's a lot of energy,
and I'm like, oh, that's a lot to carry home.
Yeah.
So I often will come home and I do a smudge and just kind of like a couple deep breaths.
You know what would be helpful for you? My one girlfriend, she's very much into like the spiritual realm of life. Yeah. And she talks about when you know you're going into something where there's a lot of energies and you need to like protect your own, that you have to imagine you're wrapping yourself with white light. And she said if that's not strong enough, like if you go into a setting and you're like, whoa, actually this is like way more than I anticipated, blue light.
Oh, nice.
I've actually done it a few times, and I don't know if maybe it's like just a little bit of like a mental, like I'm going to protect my energy.
Yeah.
But it works.
You need to. Because like there's some crazy energy out there.
Yeah.
And it's not for everybody.
No. And it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Let's talk about quick before we go. Why you started going to CrossFit. I know this story, but I like to hear it. I remember you telling me.
Oh God, what did I tell you? I don't even remember.
You said I was shooting all these weddings and all these brides had the nicest arms.
Oh yeah, I do like a good set of arms.
Yeah.
I mean,
and so you asked them, why are
actually,
you so fit?
yes. Okay, I was trying to think back to why it was Bree. Bree got me to start there. She brought me to Bring Your Friend Day.
Yeah.
And she had sweet arms. And she was one of my brides.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. Yes. And I got hooked.
Had you been doing anything prior to that?
No.
Working out? No.
Well, dance, which is
dancing, which is its own.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And if you asked me to use those muscles today, no.
No, I actually started doing
Completely
Pilates.
different muscles.
Wow. I'm like, I have lost all my dance muscles because I danced all the way through as well.
Yeah.
Pilates, I would say, is like very, like it builds upon, I would say. Like I was doing plies and I was
Yes.
like, wow, why is a plie so hard when you're 30? This is like the most boring, stupid movement.
Have
when I
you
was
tried
8.
doing pirouettes lately?
Yeah, sometimes I try.
Yeah,
I can't. Okay, so I actually had half my thyroid taken out in November. And so I'm having like these weird dizzy spells since I can't do rides anymore. I can't really like change altitude too much because it just messes.
Shoot.
So I do a pirouette and I'm like about to throw up. I'm
yeah.
Who are you?
Well, not only that, like after having all these children, like my core is blasted.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, I used to do like 9 pirouettes on like tap shoes. Like I could just like keep going. And then I tried to do 2, like I'm going to say like around Christmas time. Yeah, no, it didn't end well.
You know what? It's humbling getting older, I'll tell you. Even like you sleep wrong and it's like you're paying for it for a week. I'm like, Kate, oh my gosh. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't ever feel 32 until I do that. And then I'm like, no,
but then this is like why we go to the gym, because when we're 75 and we hit the ground, we're going to be able to get up.
Yes.
And run after our grandkids.
Yes.
That's half the reason why I'm here.
It's like the best thing ever, and it's
so
nice.
good
you
for
can
my
bring
mental
your
health.
kids if you need to.
Well, and I have to say, Tara and Glennon run such a beautiful ship there, allowing children to come in, because that is not a normal thing, especially at a CrossFit gym.
I know.
So that is really, really amazing for our community.
I'm trying to get her to come on this podcast. She said, "Well, I'll just see how Jocelyn's goes first." I was like, "Whatever, Tara." Tara Hall, see you soon. I know you're listening.
You're coming.
She said, "I'll listen to Jocelyn's and then I'll decide." I was like, "Whatever." She said that to me today. I'm like, "Whatever, Tara. See you in a couple weeks." Like, get off it. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on my pod. It was so lovely to have you.
It's nice to like chit chat.
Yeah, fun stuff
outside the gym walls.
Yeah, for once. Thanks for joining me this week with Jocelyn. She is just such a fun, bubbly girl, and you'll never believe it. She came in that day saying, "Jordan, my energy is not where it should be for a podcast," and I got her laughing within the first couple minutes, and from there we just rolled. So we were chatting so much, I forgot to get her to plug all of her socials. So if you're looking for her photography page, she is Demo Photo Studios on Instagram, and her pottery page, which is like my favorite thing to follow along with, is clay.ceramics. So that's KLAE.ceramics. She is just the best energy on Instagram. She's always like, remember to breathe in, breathe out, simple, hearty, amazing stuff. So follow her there. Thanks again for listening. I'm literally back to work as this episode comes out. So I hope you're thinking of me and all the good thoughts. Still lots of things on the docket. Hopefully I can find a chance to fit it in, but we'll see. Thanks for having your morning. I was going to say your morning wine. It's going to do. We're having your morning coffee or your evening wine with us. Catch you on the next one. Love ya. Bye.